Alrighty, Diburei Emuna, Chelek Beish Daf Samech Dalet. Not to lose the rotzen. In Chayei Ram, Rabbeinu said, Chochmas enem klum. You know, sciences are nothing. Rakalev, only the heart. That the heart should burn to Hashem. Ve'asiyah shalayim, that the deeds of the limbs should follow the heart. That the heart should yearn and kvel after the avodas Hashem all the time. A person should always miss when I will finally be able to serve Hashem properly. It's a great thing. But always down for it, especially in Shon Ashkenaz, making this Beidados, as I said now, and a person should do it for years and years and years, longing and missing in the tefillas that will Baruch Hu bring him to his avodah. And he will do in the meantime whatever he can, endure any mitzvah, whatever it is you can do in the meantime. In other words, the ishtakikus should be without end. What I say, what are you going to do? Whatever you can do. And this is, you do this, bevada you'll come close to Hashem Baruch. Bevada. This is the longing, the eternal and constant longing to Hashem Baruch. This is the way of the tzaddik. Esh Tomid, there's an eternal fire is burning in their hearts from kisufim, from yearning, and from longing to Hashem. But we know when Rabbeinu speaks, everything he says, it's every direction that he gives. He talks to the greatest and to the smallest, and for us as well. Even people like us, they have shaychus with such a saying. And what Nachman used to say, or what it says in the Zohar Nisra, that Moshe Rabbeinu was Mistalek in Shabbos B'Mincha, at the time called Rava de Ravim, the will of wills, the very source of will. The will of wills. Moshe Rabbeinu was Mistalek from the strength of the might of infinite will to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. From infinite will to Kedushas Eretz Yisrael. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe Rabbeinu he's not going to go into Eretz Yisrael, he says, I saw it in your eyes, and there you will not come. Immediately Moshe Rabbeinu passed away. In other words, he passed away from longing and yearning to Eretz Yisrael. Ad kedei kach that he reached the infinite will, the infinite longing, infinite pull that Moshe, he brought down behind him this portal into the reality of the world called Rava de Ravim. In other words, it's not that the time of Mincha was a time of Rava de Ravim, and lo and behold, what do you know? There's a time Moshe Rabbeinu happened to have been mistalek there. No. Verkehrt, the opposite. Shabbos B'Mincha, the Kadosh Baruch Hu told him, here you see Eretz Yisrael, and you're not going to get there. Moshe Rabbeinu was overcome with such gagun, such longing to the Kedush of Eretz Yisrael. These longings were infinite. And with this, he was mistalek. But he left behind the imprint. Because in his body he had these gaguim. In his body he had this will. So he left a new phenomenon in the world, which is called Rava de Ravim, the will of wills. This auspicious time of Shabbos B'Mincha. Even though it's a way of Madriga Moshe Rabbeinu, the big tzaddikim, the Kedoshim, always a Kedoshim, Tanoim, Amoraim, but once Rabbeinu says from his holy mouth, this is a rough of the Rabbim, Bevadai, he's talking about each and every one of us. This has to do with each and every one of us. Of course, each one according to his own level. Pashas L'maisa, that everybody should long and want to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu and never let go of this rasam. Never let go of this ambition. It says, when Rabbeinu says, when a person thinks good thoughts in his heart, how to serve Hashem. In other words, these are good thoughts. How to serve Hashem. The factor says, how do I get there? How do I do this? These itself are the good thoughts. A person has to go around with such thoughts all the time. Such return, such wills, such ambition all the time. Such yearning. How can I put through my thick skull the idea that this world has an end and I'm not living forever and have to do what I need to do now and stop doing the shtuyot. That thing, keep on doing it. How can I do the will of Hashem? In other words, it has to be clear by me. It has to be engraved in the innermost part of my heart that I have to do the Ratzon of Hashem, I have to do the will of Hashem. But how? How do I serve Hashem? That thought itself is the best machshava. It's the best thought. With this, a person has to go all the time. How can I serve Hashem? How do I do it?